Hey everyone, I just ran the Revel half marathon down Big Cottonwood Canyon in Utah, and I wanted to make some notes because I would have loved this information before I ran. So it's a very fast downhill race, which sounded really fun, and it was beautiful, but it was very difficult. I tried to break 1:30. My original half marathon time was 1:35. And so I got a half marathon training plan that was supposed to hit a sub 1:30, and I liked it. I thought it was really good. It had a lot of longer speed drills, but it didn't have like a ton. Basically, your only long run was like a 90-minute to 120-minute just easy pace long run. And I thought it was fine. I mean, I did a lot of 10 by 1Ks, 10 by 4 by 2Ks, 10Ks. I thought it was a good training plan, and I also tried to do all my long runs on rolling hills so I could get some of that downhill. But honestly, looking back, I don't feel like that was enough. I think I should have done maybe hill repeats on a steeper incline. Also, I did push the long runs out to maybe more like an hour 45, just so I had that base. But I never ran more than 12 miles, and it was totally fine. And I've ran half marathons before where I run up to 17 miles. And I mean, I felt great, running those. I definitely had the endurance, but this time I wanted to focus on speed. And I think it helped, but definitely needed more training downhill. By mile 6, I kind of felt like my quads were going to explode. The other thing too that I didn't take into consideration was that when you're running down the canyon, the road goes like this. So you're turning and you're turning, and so you're always like on some kind of uneven ground. And so it really affected my hips. So looking back, I would have done more resistance training with my hips to strengthen those up a little bit more. Also, I actually did do I did 2 days a week strength training with my quads too and my legs. So I felt like that was probably enough, but I'm definitely sore. The other thing was I like to rely on the aid stations because I don't normally like to take my own stuff. But I'm glad I didn't, because it was very hard when you're flying downhill to, first of all, grab a cup, second of all, drink it. So I used this bladder, and it's one of those tops that you have to kind of like bite and suck. And I loved it. And it was a lifesaver, and I just folded it and stuck it in a pocket in my pants. Also, let's talk about what to wear. So at the start line, it's absolutely freezing, but they give you a drop bag. So you can I would definitely wear like sweats and a sweatshirt, and then just shove it in your drop bag and then check it. But they also give you what are they called? Emergency blanket. And I'm surprised how well that helped, honestly. But I wore short sleeves, and then I wore arm sleeves, and I had shorts on. Honestly, hindsight, you could run in a tank top and shorts and be fine. Like by the time I ended, I had ripped off my arm sleeves. I'm glad I had shorts on, and in fact, like I kind of wish I had a tank top on. So just dressing warm in the beginning, and then yeah, hot for later. Also, the ending is kind of interesting because there's a few smaller hills, and when you're looking at them, they seem like they're a big deal, but honestly, I feel like when I was on it, it wasn't such a big deal. And I felt stronger on that last part than I did the downhill, because the downhill was honestly so difficult because it's so steep. You have to have some sort of resistance, and I was going to try and just let gravity do its thing and not resist it, but it's so steep you have to have a little bit of resistance there. And so that's really what was chewing up my quads. But anyway, that's just a few things that I wish I would have known and would have done different.